Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Matt and Sara Podcast. I'm Matt.
And I'm Sara. Hi, everyone. We are so happy you are here with us today. Thank you so much for listening.
This podcast is for English beginners. We speak slowly and clearly so you can understand every single word. We want you to feel comfortable and relaxed.
Yes, and please don't worry if you don't understand everything right away. That is completely normal. Language learning takes time, and you are doing a wonderful job just by listening.
That's right. Just relax and listen. You are doing great. Every minute you listen to English, your brain is learning, even when you don't notice it.
Oh, I love that, Matt. That is so true. Okay, so are you ready to start today's topic?
I am very ready. Today's topic is really fun and also very, very useful for everyday life.
Oh, I love today's topic. It's one of my favorites. Tell the listeners what it is.
Okay, today we're going to learn how to talk about your weekend in English.
Yes, the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, two of my favorite days of the whole week. I look forward to the weekend every single week.
Ha, me too, Sara. So why is this topic important for English learners? Well, when you meet someone, a friend, a coworker, a neighbor, someone at a coffee shop, they often ask you, how was your weekend, right? It's one of the most common questions in the English language.
Exactly. People ask this question all the time. On Monday morning, at work, at school, at the gym, at the supermarket, everywhere. It is a very, very normal conversation starter.
So, if you can answer this question well, you will feel so much more confident when you speak English. And confidence is everything when you're learning a new language.
And it's not just about answering. You can also ask the question to other people. That's how you start a real, natural conversation. You give a little, and then you ask back.
Perfect. So, let's start at the very beginning, the most basic question. Sara, how do you ask someone about their weekend?
Okay, so the most simple way is, how was your weekend? That's it. Very short, very simple. How was your weekend?
Good. Let's break that down word by word. How? This word is asking about quality. Was it good? Was it bad? Was it fun? Was it stressful? How asks for a description.
Right. And was is the past tense of the word is. We use was because the weekend already happened. It is in the past. We're talking about something that is finished.
Your means belonging to you. It's a possessive word. My, your, his, her, our, their. Your weekend means the weekend that belongs to you.
And weekend, we all know this one, Saturday and Sunday, the 2 days when most people don't have to work or go to school.
So, together, the full question is, how was your weekend? Say it with me, everyone, slowly. How was your weekend? One more time. How was your weekend?
Great. Now let's learn how to answer that question. Matt, ask me, how was my weekend?
Okay, Sara, how was your weekend? Tell me everything.
Oh, my weekend was really good. Thank you so much for asking. I stayed home on Saturday and watched movies all day. It was very relaxing and cozy. I loved it.
Ha, that sounds wonderful. Okay, so let's look at what Sara just said. She said, my weekend was really good. That is the basic structure for answering this question. Let's practice that structure together.
Yes, so the basic answer starts with my weekend was, and then you add a word to describe how it was. We call these describing words adjectives. For example, good, great, fun, nice, quiet, relaxing, busy, or boring.
Let me give you some examples so you can hear how it sounds. My weekend was great. My weekend was very busy. My weekend was quiet and relaxing. My weekend was so much fun.
See how easy that is? It is always the same structure. You just change the describing word at the end.
Now, let's learn some of those describing words, the adjectives. Sara, let's go through some of them together so our listeners can learn them.
Okay, first word, great. G-R-E-A-T. Great. This means very, very good. More than just okay. Really positive. For example, my weekend was great.
Next word, fun. F-U-N. Fun. This means you enjoyed yourself. You did something that made you happy or excited. My weekend was so fun.
Next, relaxing. R-E-L-A-X-I-N-G. Relaxing. This means you rested. You didn't do too much. You felt calm and peaceful. My weekend was very relaxing.
Next, busy. B-U-S-Y. Busy. This means you did many things. You had a full schedule, a lot of activities, maybe even too many things. My weekend was really busy.
Next, tiring. T-I-R-I-N-G. Tiring. This means it made you feel tired. Maybe you worked hard or traveled or did a lot of physical activity. My weekend was a bit tiring.
And one more, boring. B-O-R-I-N-G. Boring. This means nothing interesting happened. Maybe you stayed home and did nothing special. My weekend was a little boring, to be honest.
It is perfectly okay to say boring. Sometimes the weekend really is boring, and that's honest. You don't always need to sound excited. Natural English includes the truth.
Exactly right. Okay, so now you know how to give a short answer. But what if you want to say more? What if you want to explain what you actually did during the weekend? That's where things get really interesting.
Right. In a real conversation, people don't just say, "My weekend was good," and stop. They also share what they did, and that is how you have a real, connected conversation with another person.
So now we need to learn how to talk about activities. The next question people often ask is, what did you do this weekend? Let's learn that question.
Okay, say it slowly with us. What did you do this weekend? What did you do this weekend?
Let's break it down. What? You're asking for information. You want to know the thing that happened. Did you do? This is past tense. We say did because it already happened. This weekend, we are talking about Saturday and Sunday that just passed.
So the full question is, what did you do this weekend? Say it one more time with us. What did you do this weekend? Perfect.
Now let's learn how to answer this question. Common ways to start your answer are I went to, or I stayed at, or I watched, or I spent time with, or I visited. All of these are past tense verbs.
Remember, we always use past tense when talking about the weekend because it is already over. It happened, it's finished. So instead of I go, we say I went. Instead of I watch, we say I watched.
That's a really important point. Let me give some examples. Instead of saying I go to the park, that is present tense, we say I went to the park, past tense. The park visit already happened.
And instead of I eat at a restaurant, we say I ate at a restaurant. Instead of I cook dinner, we say I cooked dinner. Instead of I see a movie, we say I saw a movie. Do you see the pattern?
Great examples. Now, let me give you some common weekend activities and how to say them in past tense. Ready, everyone?
Ready, let's go.
Number 1, go shopping. Past tense, I went shopping on Saturday. You go to a store or a mall and you buy things, food, clothes, anything you need.
Number 2, visit family. Past tense, I visited my family on Sunday. You travel to see your parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, cousins, your loved ones.
Number 3, cook a meal. Past tense, I cooked a big meal for dinner. You prepare food at home in your kitchen.
Number 4, watch a movie. Past tense, I watched a movie on Saturday night. You sit down and watch something on your TV, your laptop, or your phone.
Number 5, go to a restaurant. Past tense, I went to a restaurant with my friend. You leave your home and eat food at a restaurant. You enjoy being out.
Number 6, exercise. Past tense, I exercised in the morning. This means you did something physical. Running, walking, swimming, going to the gym, doing yoga.
Number 7, read a book. Past tense, I read a good book this weekend. This one is interesting. Read looks the same in past tense, but it sounds different. Present, I read, sounds like read. past, I read sounds like read.
Oh, that's a tricky one. Good reminder, Matt. Yes, I read a book this weekend. The word looks the same, but sounds different. English is interesting like that sometimes.
Yes, it is. Number 8, spend time with friends. Past tense, I spent time with my friends. A very natural and common expression in English.
And number 9, stay home. Past tense, I stayed home all weekend. Sometimes that is the best thing you can do. Just rest, be cozy, and enjoy your own space.
There's nothing wrong with staying home. In fact, in English, people say, I had a cozy weekend at home, and it sounds lovely. Not every weekend needs to be full of adventures.
I completely agree. Okay, so now let's talk about how to make your answers sound even more natural and connected. One very important thing is using time words and linking expressions.
Time expressions and linking words. These are small words and phrases that connect your sentences. They make your story flow smoothly, like a river. Without them, your sentences sound choppy, like individual rocks.
That's a beautiful way to describe it, Matt. Okay, let's go through the most useful ones. First, on Saturday and on Sunday. These two phrases tell us which day you are talking about. Always start by saying the day.
For example, on Saturday, I went to the market. Or, on Sunday, I visited my grandmother. You start with the day, then say what you did.
Next, time of day expressions. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and at night. These tell us when during the day something happened.
For example, on Saturday morning, I went for a walk. Or, on Sunday evening, I cooked dinner and watched TV.
Then we have the word then, T-H-E-N. Then means next. After one thing happened, another thing happened. I made breakfast, then I went for a walk. Simple and clear.
After that is very similar to then. It also means next. I went to the park. After that, I had lunch. You can use then and after that interchangeably. They mean the same thing.
And later means at a later point in the same day. I had coffee in the morning. Later, I went shopping. Not immediately after, but sometime later that day.
These words, then, after that, later, in the morning, on Saturday, they are like glue. They hold your sentences together and make your story easy to follow.
Absolutely. And when your English flows like a story, people enjoy listening to you. They stay engaged. They want to hear more.
Now, let's add one more important thing to your answers. Feelings and opinions. Don't just say what you did. Also, say how it felt. That's what makes conversation really interesting and personal.
Yes. For example, don't just say, I went to the beach. Say, I went to the beach and it was absolutely beautiful. Or, I went to the beach and I really enjoyed it. I felt so relaxed after.
Here are some great phrases you can add to your sentences. It was really nice. I really enjoyed it. It was so much fun. I loved every minute of it. It was a little tiring, but worth it. I felt so relaxed afterward.
These feelings and opinions make your English sound warm and human. They show personality. And they give the other person something to respond to, which keeps the conversation going.
Okay, now let me put everything together now and give you a full, detailed, beautiful example of how to talk about a weekend in English. Sarah, ask me the question.
Sure. Okay, Matt. How was your weekend?
My weekend was really great, thank you. On Saturday morning, I woke up early and went for a run in my neighborhood. It was cold outside, but the air was so fresh and I really enjoyed it. Then I came home, made a big cup of coffee, and relaxed on my balcony for a while.
Oh, that sounds like a perfect morning.
It really was. After that, I worked in my garden for a couple of hours. I planted some new flowers. I love gardening. In the afternoon, my friend James came over and we watched a football game together. My team won, so I was very happy.
That must have been exciting.
So exciting. And then on Sunday, I visited my parents. We had a long lunch together. My mother made her famous chicken soup, which is my absolute favorite. In the evening, I came home, read for a little while, and went to bed early. I feel really rested now.
That was perfect, Matt. Did everyone notice all of those elements? He said the day, on Saturday, on Sunday. He used time expressions, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. He described activities, ran, made coffee, worked in the garden, visited parents, and he added feelings. He was happy, he enjoyed it, he felt rested. That is complete natural English.
Thank you for that breakdown, Sarah. Now, let's also learn what to say when your weekend was not so great, because in real life, not every weekend is wonderful. Sometimes things go wrong.
Oh yes, life is not a movie. Sometimes we get sick, sometimes we're stressed about work, sometimes nothing special happens, and that's okay too.
So here are some honest and natural answers for a not-so-good weekend. My weekend was a bit tiring. I had a lot to do. Or, it was okay, nothing special. Or, unfortunately, I was sick all weekend. I spent most of the time in bed.
And also, it was quite stressful. I had some work deadlines. Or, it was pretty quiet. I didn't do much. These are all completely normal things to say.
English speakers say these things all the time. Being honest makes you sound natural. It makes you sound real. And that's exactly what we want. Real, natural English.
Okay, now let's do a role play. I love role plays because they show you exactly how a real conversation sounds. I'm going to pretend it's Monday morning and I'm meeting Matt at work. Ready, Matt?
Ready. Let's go.
Good morning, Matt. How was your weekend?
Good morning, Sarah. My weekend was really nice, thank you. It was actually pretty busy, but in a good way. On Saturday morning, I cleaned the whole apartment in the morning. Not the most fun activity, but it needed to be done. And then in the afternoon, I went hiking with my friend David. We went to a trail near the river. It was wonderful.
Ah, that sounds amazing. I love hiking. Was the weather nice?
It was perfect, actually. Sunny, but not too hot. We walked for about 2 hours. I was a little tired by the end, but I felt incredible, so refreshed. And then on Sunday, I just relaxed. I slept in, which means I woke up late, made a big breakfast, and spent most of the day on the sofa reading my book.
Oh, a lazy Sunday. Those are the best.
The absolute best. What about you, Sarah? How was your weekend?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. My weekend was lovely. On Saturday, I went to the farmer's market in the morning with my sister. There were so many fresh vegetables and fruits. I bought strawberries, tomatoes, and some fresh bread. It was such a nice atmosphere.
Oh, I love the farmer's market. Did you get anything else?
Yes, I also found a beautiful little plant for my kitchen. I was very happy about that. Then, in the afternoon, my sister and I had lunch at a little Italian place nearby. The pasta was incredible. And on Sunday, I stayed home, did some laundry, called my mom, and baked banana bread. My apartment smelled amazing all evening.
Banana bread. Now I'm hungry.
I'll bring some next time. Okay, so everyone, did you see how that conversation worked? We asked each other questions, we gave detailed answers, we reacted to each other, saying things like, "That sounds amazing," or "I love hiking," and we asked follow-up questions. That is a real conversation.
Follow-up questions are so important. When someone tells you something, you can ask more about it. Was the weather nice? Did you enjoy it? What did you eat? These small questions show that you are listening and interested.
Great idea. So if someone says, "I went to a concert this weekend," you can ask, "Oh really? What kind of music was it?" Or, "Did you enjoy it?" Or, "Who did you go with?"
And if someone says, "I visited my family," you can ask, "How are they doing?" Or, "Did you have a big family dinner?" These small questions show genuine interest and keep the conversation flowing.
You can also make a short comment to show that you are listening. Things like, "Oh, that sounds lovely," or "Wow, that must have been fun," or "Oh no, that sounds tiring." These little reactions make you sound very natural in English.
They really do, and they make the other person feel good. They feel heard. They feel like you care about what they're saying. That is the foundation of good communication in any language. All right, let's do a quick vocabulary review before we wrap up. We've learned a lot today, and I want to make sure everyone can take this home with them.
Great idea. Okay, the key question, how was your weekend? And the follow-up, what did you do this weekend? Those are the two main questions.
Describing words, adjectives, for your weekend. Great, good, fun, wonderful, lovely, relaxing, busy, tiring, stressful, boring, quiet, exciting, cozy.
Time expressions. On Saturday, on Sunday, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night, then, after that, later, earlier.
Common activities in past tense. I went shopping. I visited my family. I cooked dinner. I watched a movie. I went to a restaurant. I exercised. I read a book. I spent time with friends. I stayed home. I cleaned the house. I went hiking.
And phrases to express feelings. It was really nice. I really enjoyed it. I loved it. It was so much fun. I felt so relaxed. It was a little tiring, but worth it. I had a wonderful time.
And don't forget to always ask back. After you answer, say, "What about you? How was your weekend?" That two-way conversation is what makes English fun and natural.
Now let's give you your homework for this episode. And don't worry, it's very simple and quite fun.
Your homework is this. Think about your last weekend, the most recent Saturday and Sunday. Write 4 or 5 sentences in English about what you did. Use the words and structures we practiced today.
Start your writing with "my weekend was," then use time expressions like "on Saturday" and "in the morning." Describe your activities in past tense and finish with how you felt.
And if you want extra practice, which we highly recommend, say your sentences out loud. Stand up, take a deep breath, and speak. You can speak to yourself, to a mirror, to a pet, to a plant. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you say the words and hear your own voice in English.
Speaking out loud is so powerful. It trains your mouth to say English words. It trains your brain to think in English. And every time you do it, it gets a little easier.
Progress happens step by step. You don't need to be perfect today. You just need to be a little better than yesterday.
And we are so proud of you for being here, for listening, for trying. That takes real effort, and you should feel good about yourself.
Okay, everyone. I think that's a great place to end today's episode. We covered so much. Questions about the weekend, how to answer them, time expressions, past tense activities, feeling words, and even a full role-play conversation.
You are leaving this episode with real tools that you can use today. The next time someone says, "How was your weekend?" you will be ready. You will have something to say, and it will be wonderful.
Thank you so much for listening to the Matt and Sara Podcast. We make this for you, and we love knowing that you are out there learning and growing.
Please come back for our next episode. We have so many more useful topics coming up. Topics that will help you in your daily life, at work, at school, with friends, while traveling.
Until next time, keep listening, keep practicing, and never give up. You are doing amazing.
Bye-bye, everyone. Have a beautiful week and a wonderful weekend.
Take care. See you next time on the Matt and Sara Podcast.